It's odd to think of a station wagon as a rebel's car. However, the ubiquity of the modern SUV has made it so, particularly in the United States. If you want a Mercedes-Benz that has room to haul your family and stuff, you'd probably be perfectly happy with a GLE SUV, just like the 60,000 or so other Americans who bought one last year. But if you want to rebel against the mainstream, Mercedes-Benz has just the car for you. Meet the E450 All-Terrain. The E450 All-Terrain is the only Mercedes-Benz wagon variant of the new W214 Series E-Class to be offered in the US. Call it survival of the fittest, with a silky smooth powertrain, the security of all-wheel drive, and riding on plush air suspension. It's the best all-rounder of the new E-Class wagons. Let's be clear, the All-Terrain won't take you over all terrain. But its height-adjustable single-chamber airmatic suspension, working together with the versatile and effective 4MATIC all-wheel drive system, enables this wagon to negotiate much the same terrain as a 4MATIC-equipped GLE SUV, which has only 0.8 inches more ground clearance and a slightly longer wheelbase. Wider and taller than its sedan sibling, the new All-Terrain is also slightly larger than the previous US wagon model. The wheelbase has grown 0.87 inches to 116.6 inches and overall width has increased by 1.1 inches, both of which benefit rear seat passengers. The load space behind the 40 hours 20 minutes and 40 seconds split-fold rear seat is now 21.7 CUFT and expands to 64.6 CUFT with the rear seats folded flat. Under the hood is the same 3.0-liter, turbocharged mild hybrid inline-six that sees duty in the 2024 Mercedes-Benz E450 sedan. The internal combustion engine makes 375 horsepower and 369 lb-ft of torque, with the integrated electric starter generator unit located between the engine and the 9-speed automatic transmission producing an additional 23 horsepower and 151 lb-ft when needed. The 4MATIC all-wheel drive system directs 69% of the torque to the rear wheels under normal operating conditions. In off-road mode, with the suspension in its highest setting, the All-Terrain has just over 7.0 inches of ground clearance. The instrument panel and central touchscreen displays show data such as tilt and climb angles and various off-road control functions. The 360-degree camera system provides a transparent hood function that shows a virtual view of what's under the front of the car to help you better avoid obstacles. The All-Terrain's off-roader styling cues, which include dark gray plastic cladding over the wheels and along the sills, and glittery faux chrome scuff guards front and rear, are no more egregious than the similar fakery you'll find on any number of SUVs that are no more capable in the rough stuff. They are more subtly applied than on the previous model, however, while the outgoing All-Terrain's twin-bar grille overtly aped that of the GLE, on the new car that graphic has been reduced to two thin chrome strips across the new E-Class grille. Although the base wheel in Europe is an 18-inch alloy, US market cars will roll on 19s, with 20-inch wheels available as an option. In all cases, the wheels have been matched with a tire profile like that used on the larger Mercedes-Benz S-Class to increase the ride height and fill out the wheel arches. The All-Terrain does not get the rear wheel steering available on the W214 sedan, mainly because the hardware and clearances required would impinge too much on the rear load space, say Mercedes engineers. A GLE 450 may go a bit further off-road, but it won't see which way the E450 All-Terrain went on it, especially if there are corners involved. The 11.8-inch difference in overall height means the All-Terrain has a much lower center of gravity than the towering GLE, and it's 439 pounds lighter overall, so it feels much less cumbersome when asked to change direction in a hurry. On top of that, your passengers will enjoy how impressively smooth, comfortable, and quiet it is. On most roads, wind, road, and engine noise levels are such that the All-Terrain proceeds with almost S-Class levels of hush. That six-cylinder mild hybrid powertrain delivers a silky surge of thrust, the 9-speed automatic seamlessly shuffling through the ratios, and the airmatic suspension does a great job of absorbing impacts and taming the body motions. The low-profile 285/35 Bridgestone Turanza tires fitted to the 20-inch rims on our test car occasionally slapped hard over sharp transverse bumps. We suspect the 19-inch wheels, with their higher cross-section tires, will be the optimal wheel/tire combo. Issues? There aren't many. The steering could do with just a touch more on-center feel. The E220D all-terrain we briefly sampled, which has a 4-cylinder diesel under the hood and is aimed at the European market, seemed just a little more communicative at the front end. And we noticed a little float in the ride at triple-digit speeds. Now, that's not a condition you're likely to encounter often in the US, but after some diligent and determined research on the Autobahn, we can say that switching the suspension into the sport mode steadies everything nicely. US spec all-terrains will be well equipped. Included as standard for what is estimated to be an MSRP of around $75,000, including destination, is the excellent Burmester 4D surround sound system with sound resonating transducers that allow you to feel the bass notes of the music it's playing through the seat, and the latest version of MBUX, the functions of which now run off a single processor that delivers improved performance and higher data speeds. Among the few options available on the all-terrain will be a version of the MBUX Superscreen that extends from the right-hand side of the vertical digital instrument panel across the entire dash. Also optional is an active ambient lighting strip that runs across the cabin and wraps around into the front door trims and can produce light patterns in time with the music playing from the sound system. As with the E-Class sedan, software runs deep in defining a host of human interface features and functions in the all-terrain. For example, a new compatibility layer added by the MBUX software engineers allows the installation of third-party apps such as TikTok, Angry Birds, WebEx, Zoom, and the Vivaldi web browser, all of which will be available at launch. The Superscreen software package includes the Zwancy Entertainment Portal, which allows front-seat passengers to stream movies, videos, and other audio/visual content onto their screen even when the car is moving, as the system automatically masks the display from the driver's field of vision. An inward-facing camera means occupants can participate in Zoom meetings when the car is stationary. Or take family selfies. A digital key function that is part of the Keyless Go package allows the all-terrain to be unlocked and started with a compatible iPhone or Apple Watch. The main user of the car's Mercedes-Me app can allow up to 16 other people the right to either unlock or drive the car. Meanwhile, a simple AI system enables all-terrain owners to create what Mercedes-Benz calls routines that can link several functions and conditions. For example, the car can be set up to switch on the seat heating and turn the ambient lighting to warm orange if the interior temperature is below 12 degrees Celsius, 53.6 degrees Fahrenheit. This is no idle gimmick, but a portent of a future world in which machines will anticipate our every need or desire. Mercedes-Benz ultimately wants its vehicles to be able to learn which comfort systems drivers repeatedly use in certain conditions, and automatically activate them. The irony of the Mercedes-Benz E450 all-terrain is that buyers for whom this all-road, all-weather load lugger is all the luxury family car they'll ever need, will walk straight past one to look at the slower, less fuel-efficient, less enjoyable to drive GLE 450, mainly because that's what everyone else buys. But unless you really like sitting up high, unless you really need more load space, unless you really must have third-row seating, there's really no reason to buy a GLE 450 over the E450 all-terrain. Go on, be a rebel.